wondered if your sermon might land you in hot water? What if church leaders had to submit their Sunday messages to the government for approval? Sounds like something out of a dystopian novel, right? Well, it's a claim that's been making waves in Kenya, and today on The Proof, powered by Africa Check, we're here as always to separate facts from fiction. Here is the claim. A graphic circulating online suggests that Kenyan churches now must submit their sermons to local authorities to avoid embarrassing President Ruto. But is this the truth or just another fake news? We'll find out after this break. I'm your host, Dancan Usman. Welcome back. On today's episode, to understand this story, we're joined by Dancan Bwire, a researcher at Africa Check. Thank you for joining us, Dancan.
Hello, Dancan. Thank you for having me.
And let's get right into it. This claim is causing quite a stir. Could you start by explaining what the graphic says and why it's raising eyebrows?
Absolutely. The graphic, which has been widely shared on social media, claims that churches in Kenya are now required to send their sermon outlines to the Officer Commanding Station or OCS each Friday to ensure that sermons don't embarrass President Ruto. It is a surprising allegation because it implies significant government intervention in religious practices. To make it appear credible, the graphic even features the logo of Tuko, a popular Kenyan news site.
Quite interesting. So Dancan, is this graphic actually from tuko.co.ke?
Good question. We looked into this and found no evidence that Tuko published the graphic or the claim itself. We reviewed Tuko's official website and all their social media accounts, including Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. There is no sign of the graphic or any related news on this topic from them. This is crucial because Tuko's logo gives the graphic a sense of legitimacy, but in reality, it didn't come from them at all.
Excellent. So if it didn't come from tuko.co.ke, how did this graphic spread so quickly?
That's a great point. Fake news often uses trusted brands or media logos to look legitimate, which can mislead people who aren't able to verify it easily. When people see Tuko's logo, they assume it's credible, even if they don't see it on Tuko's official pages. This tactic is effective because it makes it seem like the information is coming from a reliable source.
That's an important reminder for all of us to double-check sources. And let's get to the core of this claim. Is there any factual basis for this allegation that churches must submit their sermons for government approval?
After a thorough search, we found no credible sources or government directives backing up this claim. Kenya's constitution guarantees freedom of religion and freedom of expression. This means that any attempt to regulate religious messages will likely face considerable backlash and scrutiny. Moreover, while there have been scattered reports of clergy feeling monitored, there is no actual evidence of a directive for sermon submission and no news reports from credible outlets suggesting that this is true.
So to sum it up, there's no evidence to support the claim that churches must submit their sermons. Great. Now we'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll find out where these rumors might be coming from. Stay with us.
Seeing is no longer believing. As a matter of fact, images or videos can be very, very deceptive these days. So here's a quick code on how to verify images you come across online. So one thing you want to do is conduct a Google reverse image search. Yes, I mean you can use TinEye, Google Lens, or other image verification tools that are available to you. So but let's talk about Google Lens. Google Lens allows you to verify images just like other image verification tools, but this is one of the simplest to use. So the thing about Google Lens is that it allows you to see the exact image you are searching for, where it has been posted, how long it has been online, and the context in which it was used. And that way you can use it to verify the image, whether it matches the context in which you are looking for. It allows you to see the original image, it allows you to see how long it has been posted, and allows you to also be able to make your choices right if they are the correct images you are looking for. So using Google Lens or any other image verification tool can go a long way in helping you verify images that you come across online, and it also prevents you from misleading other people. For more tips on how to verify information that you come across online, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and on X, formerly Twitter, at AfricaCheck_NG. You can also send a message to us on WhatsApp on 090-S3777789 and we'll fact check the information you are looking for. See ya!
Thank you for staying with us. And just so you know, Dancan Bwire, a researcher at Africa Check, is still here with me. Dancan, could you give us some context about why this claim might have come up?
Certainly, President Ruto has a well-known relationship with the church. He and other leaders in his administration have long emphasized their Christian faith. During his campaigns and even after taking office, Ruto maintained close ties with church communities, attending various religious events and gatherings.
That's insightful. It sounds like it was a mix of recent political dynamics and an opportunistic use of social media. How might this rumor affect public perception of the government's relationships with religious institutions in Kenya?
The impact could be significant. Even though this claim is false, it has the potential to make people wary of the government's intentions with religious groups. Any suggestion of government control over religious speech could lead to suspicion, particularly among those who already feel the state might be too involved in their communities. This illustrates the power and risk of misinformation. It can reshape perceptions without factual grounding.
That's quite concerning. So what's your advice for Kenyans who might encounter similar claims in future?
First and foremost, verify before sharing. It can be as simple as checking if the claim is covered by credible news outlets or directly visiting the websites or official pages of trusted media sources, like Tuko in this case. Also, be cautious of graphics or claims that seem to mix strong emotions with shock value. Often, these are the kinds of misinformation tactics that encourage people to share before verifying.
A wise approach indeed. And as a final thought, could you clarify for our viewers, is there any reason for Kenyans to believe that churches in Kenya are currently being monitored or required to submit sermons to authorities?
Based on everything we've researched, no. There is no such directive requiring churches to submit sermons, and the graphic in question is not from Tuko or any other reliable source. The graphic was fabricated to look credible, but there is no truth in it.
Thank you, Dancan, for setting the record straight. Now, in times like this, it's crucial to keep asking questions and verifying information before we believe or share it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of The Proof, powered by Africa Check. Remember, when it comes to news, especially on social media, don't just take it at face value. Always seek the proof. If you have comments or claims you want us to fact check, tweet at AfricaCheck_NG. Follow News Central on our social media platforms. It's at News Central TV. And visit our website. It's www.newscentral.africa. Stay informed and stay alert. I'm Darshan Usman, signing out.